What's up, fellas? So I had a patron supporter that wanted to know why me and my girlfriend broke up. A lot of you guys might not know if you ain't watched all the videos, but I ain't been in a relationship in over 12, 13 years. I don't count these, short-term, non-monogamous relationships I done had. I done dated someone for like 2-3 years, but they've been non-monogamous, so I don't really count those. I'm taking this as him asking me. For all you guys that don't know either, if you're in a non-monogamous and you dating, that is a relationship. It's a non-monogamous relationship. It's still a relationship, just non-monogamous. That means non-committal. You still in a relationship, you just ain't committed. But I'm taking this as he's talking about a monogamous relationship. That means that you only seeing this person, right? And so, guys, I came up with a couple of reasons why any relationship would run its course. Plus, I'm going to tell you why mine's, all right? Now, the first reason I got is why mine's ran its course. And that's because the relationship lost the sexual intensity, guys. Well, guys, you can never, I guess it happens. Everybody gets comfortable, right? But you guys know that sexual intensity, that sexual passion, that sexual charisma that you carry on that first date when you trying to get her to like you and you trying to fuck. You got to maintain that, all right, if you want to keep the woman. If not, the relationship is going to run its course. That is when the relationship starts to feel more like a fucking roommate if y'all live together or married, opposed to two people that are having sex with each other. You just gets too comfortable. And guys, this don't mean you acting goofy. You could be holding a quote unquote masculine frame. This is just when you stop doing all that little shit, come over here. That's when you just stop acting sexy. That's a good way for me to say it. This is when you just stop acting sexy. So you can hold a masculine frame, right? This don't mean you just got turned into a cornball. This just means that you just stop doing that little shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say she in the kitchen, right? And you just come up behind her and put your dick up on her while she on the counter like this here, and you just like start kissing on her neck. Just a little you stop the relationship. Stop losing that. That little foreplay bullshit in the kitchen and shit. It loses that. It's just starting to feel more like, man, I'm hanging out with my goddamn little cousin. All right, guys. So you have to maintain that. All guys are, trying to, do all the other shit, and they forget this one little simple thing. And like I said, guys, you can maintain a masculine frame. All right, you can still maintain a masculine frame and still lose the sexual intensity. It's part of it, but it's not all of it. You still have to put an effort in. You have to put an effort in. That's all. It's pretty much that in a nutshell, guys. You have to just always remain sexy. And when I say remain sexy, I'm not talking about just look. That's part of it too, right? But I'm just talking about in your tonality, in your approach with her. All right, just from time to time, you know what I'm saying? Just pull her close and just whisper sweet things to her. I ain't a little thing. Like, you thought about daddy today? Little shit like that. Just keep that sexual intensity going into the relationship. Don't lose that. When the relationship lose that, guys, the relationship is over. Now, let me tell you something. You can stay with a girl and a relationship has lost that because both of you are so invested into the relationship that neither one of you guys want to end a relationship or get back into the dating market. So both of you guys just stay in like this little buddy relationships, and she's probably gonna be fucking somebody else, right? You'll never find out, more than likely. But if some people stay in this when it's just you on this side of the bed, they on that side of the bed, and she comes home, she cooked dinner, and it's just this. And so when that sexual passion and sexual intensity is lost, guys, you cannot make a woman come. All right, unless, some guys are just real good at bed. But most times, guys, the only way you can make a woman come, unless you're going to give a woman straight clitoral stimulation, which could be foreplay with your hands or with your mouth, if you're going to go that route. But other than that, the best way to make a woman come, guys, is mentally. That's when she's just intoxicated with you. That is your being. That is what Pookie and Ray Ray provides. All right. That's what they provide. The guys who I know, the Pookie and Ray Rays that I know, they very smooth like that. They got that little sexual charisma. So guys, you always have to carry that with your girl. Never lose that. All right. So for all my Purple Pill brothers out there that's doing monogamous relationships, keep the sexual intensity. If you notice right now and you watching this video and you with a girl or you married or whatever and you want, you can tell things, you can start it right now. All right. It ain't too late. Today. You can start it right now. You can just start it back up now and put an effort into it. All right. And when I say put an effort into it, make a conscious decision that you're going to start acting sexy with your woman. Lose that little homeboy, homegirl vibe. All right, guys. The next one is, and a lot of you guys know this, what in a relationship, while a woman would end a relationship, all right, is she finds someone else. Now, when we all those guys know about hypergamy, that sexual intensity is losing that sexual passion in a relationship, guys, is one of the main reasons why she'll find someone else. Listen, if you a dude and the relationship has lost this, and you're a beta male provider, all right, if you're a beta male provider, and it ain't got nothing, well, if you're a beta male provider, let's just be honest, it ain't gonna have this. It ain't the sexual charisma is more gonna be for when a woman actually likes you. If you're a beta male, if a woman looks at you a beta male provider, you gotta understand the whole reason she's with you is for you provide. She's not even with you for the sexual charisma. So I'm gonna say this for my guys that has a woman that's attached to them and actually like them. That's why I encourage you guys not to get in relationships with women who look at you as a beta male provider, because the relationship is solely based off of what you can provide for her and the offspring. All right, sexual charisma don't even factor in there at all. I hate to be the burden of bad news, and this is why if you're a beta male provider, this is why a woman is always susceptible to cheat on you. All right, because she doesn't get that part from you, so she gets that from a guy she perceives as an alpha male. Do y'all guys grasp what I'm saying right there? So if you're a beta male provider, or you accept yourself as a beta male provider, because I firmly believe being a beta male provider is a mind state, right? It's you accept that shit. That's how I look at it. I don't think it's, these guys are alpha and these guys are beta. No, it's what you accept with that scarcity mindset, and you accept fucking being a beta male provider, and you think that the only value you bring to a woman is what you can provide. That's what you haven't accepted. All right, that's what you have accepted because of your scarcity mindset, and you gave up because you 5'3" and you think won't no woman like you outside of what you can provide, which is fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You let your insecurities cause you to develop a scarcity mindset. That's what happened. All right, guys. So if she finds someone else, hypergamy or whatever, and hypergamy is going to be based around, guys, what she values. What she values. If she's a woman that's, into beta male providers, if she found a guy that makes more money than you, then she'll leave. If she's a guy, if she's the type of girl that she's very much into sexual charisma and things like that, being turned on, stimulated mentally, she finds a guy that does that, or you lose that, and she found a guy that now does that, she'll leave. So if you with a girl that perceives you as an alpha male, she really like you, and you lose that sexual passion in a relationship, she'll go get it elsewhere because that's what she values. That woman there, see, women value things different. That woman there that values that sexual passion in the relationship, she won't leave you for a beta male provider unless that's what she started to value. She won't leave you for that. That's why for all you guys out there that have your shit together and you wondering why the hell this bitch with this dude and he ain't got shit and I got my shit together, because she more into that sexual passion. That's what she into. It's sort of like us. I'm into big asses and big hips. You might be into fucking big titties. Who knows? I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, we all are men. We all are attracted to different things. What you find attractive on a woman might not be what I find attractive on a woman. And what a woman finds attractive about a man might not be what this woman finds attractive about a man. This woman here might like what a man can do for her. This woman here might be one of those women that like a man that can stimulate her mentally. All right, and that's going to be that sexual passion and that charisma. And I'm going to tell y'all guys something. It's rarely that I see a woman that not having that is good enough for. They are out there. It's a woman for everybody. I'm gonna tell you, it's a woman for cornballs. It's a woman for short dudes. It's a woman for fat dudes. It's a woman for bald dudes. It's a woman for broke dudes. But the one that I always sees that get the best reaction out of women, guys, is the dude that is smooth and carries that sexual passion, that sexual intensity. All right, guys. So if she finds someone else of higher value than you and what she values. Women value things different. This woman here might value a good mouthpiece. This woman here might value a man that's fucking sexy to her. This is when you'll see a woman with a broke dude that she just finds attractive, and she'll go and marry him and she'll take care of him because she's a woman that values looks. You have one dude over here, one woman over here be with a fucking 400-pound man, but he makes $1 million a year, and that's what she cares about. That doesn't hold for every woman. That woman who values looks and into pretty boys and guys she find very attractive, she would never get with that dude no matter he can make $1 billion a year, and she would never even fuck him. And she might try to use him, but she'll never fuck him. I'm gonna tell you that shit right now. Women value things different. Hypergamy is just not more money. And like I told you, motherfuckers, don't come over here with what Rollo Tomasi said. Listen, I don't give a fuck what Rollo Tomasi said. I said, motherfucker. I said women value. Listen, I come up with my own psychology. I don't and my own theories. I don't care what this guy said. I think for my fucking self. That's what I do. So don't come over here with Rollo Tomasi said hypergamy is what. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you what AMS said. All right, I'm setting my own. I'm planting my own flag into the fucking field. That's what I do. I come over here and I tell y'all guys what I think. The same way y'all guys disagree with me on some shit, I disagree with a lot of guys out there who got their own theories and the way they see the world. And I tell you what I think I see the world. I don't just sit around and read red pill books and just quote word for word what this guy said. Fuck that. I tell you what I think. All right. Nobody else might not tell you that. A lot of people might tell you what hypergamy is all about, a woman wanting to get more money. And I say hypergamy is about a woman wanting to get what she values. Every woman don't give a fuck about money. Some women make their own money and will take care of your ass if they find you very attractive. All right, guys. So I'm just going to point that out. The last one, guys, why a woman might leave. If you catch feelings, you can love a woman. You can't fall in love with a woman. In love is when you put her before everything. She should never become before your purpose. The day you stop grinding to spend more time with her, the relationship is over. A woman has to always be chasing your validation. When I say chasing your validation, I'm not talking about compliments. The biggest validation you can ever give a woman is your time. When you start to give a woman too much of your time and you too available, that when you do that and she knows she got you, the attraction level goes down. She has to always come behind your purpose. A woman should always be bitching that y'all don't spend enough time. And then when you do spend enough time, when you do give her some of your time, that's sexual passion. So you give a limited amount of time. All right, even if you live with a woman, don't mean you got to give her a lot of time. You can live with her and she still only get 2 evenings of your goddamn week. The other times you on your grind. I'm not counting the time that y'all lay in the bed and watching TV. I'm not going at 10 o'clock at night. I'm not talking about that. All right, that's fine. I'm talking about your evenings. Say you got off work at 5 p.m. and from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. you was hanging with her ass. If you do that shit more than twice a week, I guarantee you your woman gonna lose attraction. She should always be chasing that validation. And that's the biggest validation now that you look pretty today, now that your dress look good, the biggest validation you ever can give a woman is more of your non-sexual attention. That's the biggest one you can give her. All right, guys. So you can love her, never fall in love. Love her means you care about her as a person, and she's somewhere around second or third or fourth in your life. This is for my guys in monogamous relationships. For us guys in rotations and shit, they fall around like 6th or 7th somewhere. I got my purpose, I got my family, I got my fish, I got my goddamn car, and somewhere along in there, maybe the gym, and then somewhere along in 6th place, I got their ass somewhere. All right, everything. But when you in a monogamous relationship and you living with a girl and you have a wife, she probably could come in like 3rd. She can come in third behind your purpose in your family or your purpose in your friends. Then she can come in third. Somewhere along there. I won't even, if you're in a monogamous relationship and you're living with your woman, even if she came in second, that's not the end. She just can't come before your purpose. And that comes before your purpose. Purpose is always number one. All right, guys. So those are the reasons why a woman would, the relationship would dissolve. My relationship dissolved because at the end, and it had been like that for a couple of years, actually. It wasn't like no 2-week thing where it felt more like a friendly vibe. And after a while, guys, what ends up happening is it just runs its course. That's it. Now, we would break up. She would always come back. But after a while, she would meet somebody else. And that's when she won't come back. So what'll happen is y'all will go through these breakups. She'll come back. Y'all go through the breakups. She'll come back. Eventually, she'll meet somebody during one of those breakups and she won't come back. All right, guys. So I think I seen a movie like that. I can't remember what they always came back. I can't remember what it was, but one day they just didn't come back. But anyway, that's what that is, guys. All right, I'll get back with you guys later, man. What's up, guys? So this was me on Wednesday night out at a spot in Harlem called the Angel of Harlem. Y'all don't see me there before. And they was having breast awareness. That's why y'all see the little pink balloons. They was having a breast awareness month or something, a week or something. And you know, it really got me pissed off a little bit. Not that they was doing breast cancer awareness. That's a good cause. But I just don't understand why men don't got a prostate awareness month. You know, it just, and of course y'all know I love to eat. It just really made me just feel like nobody cares about us. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, men die of breast cancer, but nobody, you know, I think about all the football players that be on the field and shit, and they out there and they got pink socks on and they got pink jerseys on. Meanwhile, they men and they can die of prostate cancer. And men can die of breast cancer too. But you know, it's rare. Y'all know this is mostly about women. And yet men don't go get their prostates checked. You know, so you know they harp home for women to go get their breast checked. But you know, I wish they would hammer home the same aspect as in far as men to go get their prostate checked. You know, it just made me feel like more and more that, you know, it just shows me that, you know, nobody really give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't me trying to get y'all pissed off or nothing. It's just a observation that I noticed. What's up, fellas? So I had a patron ask a very smart question. And a lot of y'all guys might have laughed at this when y'all saw the topic, but this is how rich people outsmart. This is why, you see, see, ignorance is what keep poor people poor. See, this sounds like, man, what you mean, how to avoid paying taxes? Pay your fucking taxes. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. This is why rich people get ahead. Because you say it ain't what you make, it's what you fucking keep. And I already know, before I tell y'all guys how to save money on taxes and shit, I guarantee you, most of you motherfuckers probably don't know none of this shit. And yet it been slipping over your head and you've been losing out on money that you could have been investing or doing whatever the fuck. All right. But instead you've been paying taxes on it because you don't know no better. Ignorance. This is what, and I'm not calling you dumb. I'm saying ignorance. Ignorance means you're just not aware of it. All right. So this is an important thing, guys, because as y'all guys get on your purpose, guys, what's the point of making $1 million a year if you're going to have to give Uncle Sam half of it? Do y'all guys understand that? So what's the point? So you want to, if you made $1 million a year, you want to keep $1 million a year, you ain't gonna literally keep it. All right, I'm gonna show you how you can, you know, you don't give Uncle Sam that much. You can't keep it. You got to do something with it to keep Uncle Sam from getting it. All right. So I came up with 4 ways, guys. And if some of you guys, if I overlook something and some of you guys know something that I overlook, of course, you little smarty pants motherfucker. What the hell am I thinking about? Of course, you little smart pants motherfuckers gonna come in the comments. Hey, man, you forgot to add if you jack off 10 times a day, that's a tax deduction. You know, it's always some smart motherfucker. Always, man. You can't get nothing past you motherfuckers. Goddamn, hey, man, if you drink a gallon of water a day, that's a tax deduction. All right. So, but I came up with 4 ways, guys. Number 1, make everything a business expense. Now, or make everything you possibly can a business expense. One of the best ways to make everything a business expense, guys, is working from home. If any of you guys have a 9-to-5 job and you go get an LLC, technically you don't need an LLC, right? But just do the LLC. The LLC is tax deductible. God damn, just do the LLC. It's tax deductible. Whatever you're gonna pay LegalZoom to file that paperwork, guess what? It's tax deductible. What? All right. So why not the fuck do it? Yeah, LegalZoom gonna charge you like $200, but then when you go file your taxes, it's tax deductible. So you might as well get the LLC. All right. And so, but if you get an LLC and you work from home, guess what? Your rent just came a tax deduction because you work from home. Guess what? You need lights to work from home, right? Guess what? Your electric bill just became a tax deduction. Guess what? You need the internet to, research shit and do shit, right? You need all that, So guess what? Your internet service just became a tax deduction. If you're somebody like me and you film from your phone, guess what? Your phone becomes a tax deduction. All right, guys. This is one of the slickest thing rich people do. They go out, they have a job, and they have an LLC, and they work from home, and the LLC don't make them shit. But the point of the LLC isn't to make them shit. They don't care if it makes them shit. They just trying to get their living expenses tax deducted. All right. Now, obviously, I want you guys to try to make money from home. Don't be no fucking fraud. You want to be making money from home. But I'm just letting you guys know, even if you don't make money from home, now you do have to make income. All right, let's get this straight. Now you have to make income. So that only works if you have another job that you can draw tax deductions from. It don't just work like, say you unemployed but you work from home, and that's actually what happened to me when I started my security company. When I had enough money saved up, I said, you know what, I'm going full-fledged ahead, with that shit. So I said, all right, so then most of my income, but I was living off of my savings for the most part, all right, which was a mistake because I ended up having to go back to training. All right, so I ended up having to start back training again. I had actually stopped training to do the security company, and it took a little longer than I thought. So I had to go back to training. But that little period of time where I really didn't make no money, that was okay. That right there, I couldn't get no tax deduction off of the business because I didn't make no money. So you have to make some money. All right, guys. So make sure that you make some money. The best way to go about that, guys, is if you got a job and you work from home, you got your business, you work from home. If you're working from home, you got your LLC, your home, your rent, your lights, your internet, all that's going to be tax deductible because that's business related. Anything that's business related. So that's one way you save right there, right off the bat. And so anything that's a business expense, guys, anything that you buy, if you're a guy and you want to start a YouTube channel and you want to go out and you want to spend $5,000 or $10,000 on studio equipment that build the best, videos on YouTube, that's tax deductible. Anything is dealing with that business is tax deductible. All right, guys. Number 2, start you a traditional IRA or 401k. Now, the difference between the Roth and the traditional is the Roth, you would pay taxes before. All right, so you have to. So let's just say I put $5,500 into a Roth IRA, right? When the taxes came around, I would still have to pay money on that $5,500. Let's say I put that same $5,500 into a traditional 401k. All right, that means I wouldn't pay money on it until I took it out. All right, so the taxes is like deferred. So you're gonna pay taxes on it, but if you're somebody who's just trying to right now, if you're worried about right now, get you a traditional 401k or a traditional IRA. All right, guys. So that's one of the good ways there too. Number 3, reinvest all your money back into the business. Don't go buy that motherfucking Mercedes. Reinvest all your money back into marketing. So that way you growing your business and you keep doing it like that. This is what I had a guy ask me a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month ago now. He said he cash poor. You want to be cash poor because when you see, just the thing, the government wants to reward you for spending money. That's why it does that, guys. That's why when you put money and you doing marketing and shit, in the words of the great hood philosopher Ace Boogie, everybody eats, B. Everybody eats. The economy runs when you're spending money. That's why when we have like a little slowdown and shit, That's why you see forecasts come, hey guys, the economy is perfect, because they know when people get scared, they start saving money. When people save money, the economy crashes. The economy guide works when everybody is spending, circulate. When you save, that's good for you. Congratulations, that's good for you. That don't work good for the economy. The economy works better when you go out to eat, when you buying clothes, when you going on a trip, because then guess what? You employing other people and they get money and then they go spend money. And so then that increase more. That's how that everybody eats, B. When you saving money, nobody eats but you. And so Uncle Sam gonna tax your ass because you selfish. In Uncle Sam's eyes, you selfish son of a bitch. You made $1 million and you saved all of it for yourself. So Uncle Sam, when you reinvest that money back into the economy, or you on marketing or whatever the fuck, more equipment. Let's say I say, okay, the AMS brand, I'm trying to expand it. And I'm gonna take all the money I make off the AMS brand, I'm gonna put it back out. Guess what? I'm spending money with somebody. Somebody getting that money. Guess what? That creates jobs. Guess what? Now those people got money to go out and spend shit. So Uncle Sam rewards me for spending money, not saving money. So you want to reinvest all your money. That's going to be tax deductible. All right. So let's say you made $1 million. Let's say you made $1 million this year. Now, and the reason I'm using $1 million, no, it's not typical. Well, let's just say 100 then. Let's say 100. That's more practical for the average person. Let's say you made 100 grand this year off your business. And after living expenses and shit like that, you had 60 grand to put back into the business, right? Let's say you cut yourself a salary for 40 grand to live off of, and you put 60 grand back into the business. All right, you'll be taxed on that 40 grand. That other 60 grand will be tax deductible. So you'll have to pay taxes on that 40 grand. The government rewards that because now you employing other people. So reinvest as much money as you can back. If you can invest all of it, good. But the average person gonna have bills and expenses unless you have like another job or something like that. But the more you able to reinvest, the less taxes you gonna pay. And in the end, it works out for you anyway because you grow your business and you keep just reinvesting it. You just keep. If you was able to live off 40 grand this year, guess what? When you reinvest that money, and now this year you made 100 grand and you invested that 60 grand into growth. If you do it right, if you go do bullshit, all right, if you don't do no research and find out why the fuck do y'all guys think that when y'all call somebody, they ask, how you heard about us? Because they trying to find out what to put the money in. If you say Google, they going to put more money into the SEOs. If you say Facebook, they going to put more money into Facebook. That's why they ask y'all guys, how did you hear about us? That's what, because they trying to find out where our audience is coming from. Who should we cater to? Even on YouTube, they let you know what's the primary audience that listen to your video, watch your videos. They do that for a reason. They do that so you know what's the best time to release your videos. If your biggest following is in China, you might don't want to be releasing it at noon Eastern time, American time. That's nighttime over there in China. All right, so you want to find out. Or at least I think it is. I don't fucking know. I think China's different time than us. Different time zone than us. I'm pretty sure of it. So if your biggest time zone is China, you need to fucking be releasing the fucking videos at fucking midnight because that's gonna be a better time for China. So you trying to find out. YouTube sends you these analytics so you know who's your big audience. Is it male? Is it females? Is it dogs? Is it cats? They do that for a reason. Age, they do the age. So you know, okay, my biggest audience is 18 to 24. What the fuck do I look like making a video talking about retirement? Do any 18, 19, 20-year-old guys want to hear about some retirement? All right, guys. So that's the thing. You need to know that. If I can make a video like that and say, you know what, I ain't gonna worry about the primary audience. I'm just gonna make an education. But your views gonna be down on that video. But if you're willing to do that, you understand that. But just understand, if I make a fucking how to put a makeup on video, it's gonna be low views. My audience is male. If I go make a video catering to women, my views on that video is gonna be way fucking down. That's why they do that, guys. So make sure if you're gonna reinvest the money. Now I'm finna bring it back home because y'all like, man, what the fuck AMS talking about? He talking about put some fucking makeup on. This motherfucker. I'm finna bring it home, guys. I'm finna circle it back around. I'm finna draw it back in. It's finna make fucking sense. So make sure you putting the money into areas that make sense. Don't just go marketing and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You need to do some research, find out where's your audience and who you trying to target, guys. All right, and number 4, guys, real estate. With real estate, guys, and I'm you know, like me, guys, I never just jump into anything. I always do my research. I researched the hell out of stocks before I got into stocks. I researched the hell out of that shit for well over a year before I finally got into it, until I found out index funds is the safest and easiest way for somebody. I ain't got time to be trying to read no progress reports every fucking morning, Apple progress reports and all that other bullshit. Yeah, when you do buy individual stocks, you do get a higher return if you invest properly, right? You can, if you buy individual stocks, it's very likely, if you know what the fuck you're doing, you can get, you know, 20, 30, 40% return, opposed to index funds where you're gonna get probably 6 to 8% return. But index funds, to me, is safer, it's easier. So, but next year I'm gonna get heavy into real estate, so I've been really reading up, educating. That's how I am, guys. I don't just jump into shit. That's how I am. That's how I am. I read and study up hard on it, so I know what the fuck I'm doing when I go into it. So next year when I get into real estate, and one of the reasons why I want to get into real estate is because I'm learning the tax benefits of it. All right, so with say real estate, you get the 10% depreciation write-off. All right, you get the maintenance. Any maintenance you're doing, and understand, when you put maintenance into your house, that's tax deductible. You increasing the value of the home. If you increasing the value of the home, at the same time you're able to get a write-off on it. So you increasing your investment value. At the same time, while you increasing it, anything you do to it, you put a roof in, you want to put a new countertop in, anything in that's going to put a swimming pool in the backyard, anything that's going to increase the value of it, I'm able to write it off as a tax deductible, as maintenance or upkeep, whatever the fuck you want to call it. At the same time, the government gonna give me a 10% depreciation on the property value, when we all know that most properties, if it's in a thriving neighborhood, appreciate. All right, so, and then on top of that, guys, say I buy a house. I'm just gonna take an example. Let's say I buy a house cash, 300 grand. All right, 300 grand. And it's been making me money, and I had it for 15 years. And now let's say 15 years later, I'm just gonna take a number. So all you math wizards, well, a house don't appreciate that much. Motherfucker, I ain't doing math, I'm just taking that exam. You always got some smart ass. I'm telling you, I've been making these videos long enough. It's always gonna be some smart ass, pull out his calendar and do his appreciation math. And well, I don't think that house gonna appreciate that much. Motherfucker, I ain't trying to do the exact math, motherfucker. So let's say you bought a house for 300 grand, 15 years later you sold it for 450 grand. And like I said, I don't know if it's gonna be for, and I'm just taking an example, motherfucker. All right, now technically you're supposed to pay capital gains tax on that $150,000 because you made $150,000 profit on that property. So technically you're supposed to pay a capital gains on that, all right, which is 15%. In most cases, 15% capital gains. For any of y'all guys that don't understand what capital gains is when you buy an investment and you hold it. Long-term capital gains is when you buy an investment and you hold it over a year, and instead of paying what you normally would pay on the taxes of it, you would pay 15% opposed to the 25, 30%, whatever tax bracket you fall in. That's what long-term capital gains is. So, but you got the 1031 exchange, right? So the 1031 exchange is, if I took that $450,000 and I put it into another property, guess what? I don't got to pay tax on that $150,000. And you can just keep deferring it like that. You can just keep, you can always just take that money, buy another property, and you never pay taxes on that shit. And your money is constantly growing. And how I look at shit like that, guys, is the same way I look at my stocks. I plan on never touching that shit. I plan on leaving that shit, and I'll put some stipulations on it. I plan on leaving that shit to my, if I don't never have no kids, to my great nieces or some shit like that. And I'll put some kind of stipulation in the will that they can't withdraw but so much, you know, a week or something like that, so they never burn up the principal. Because guys, once you build enough money into the stock market, if you never fuck with the principal, generations can live off of that. So let's just hypothetically say you guys was able to put $1 million into the stock market, and let's say you say All right, you die, but you put a stipulation into the will. I don't want nobody to be able to withdraw over $1,000 a week out of those stocks. That money will carry on for generations. For generations. I don't know if you can put stipulations like that in, but I think you can in a will. If I was to die and I was to leave $1 million in index funds, and I was to say I don't want nobody to take over $1,000 a week, that $1,000, that $1 million should theoretically be able to make at least 60 grand a year compounding. So if I was to put that you couldn't get $1,000 out a week, that's $52,000 a year. That means that generations could eat off of that money, and that $1 million still wouldn't even be touched. All right, guys. So that's the thing with that. That's how the taxes work, guys. Those are ways you can save on taxes. The best way to save on taxes, guys, is to get your business and work from home. That's right off the back. So you can your rent, your lights, your internet, all that's tax deductible. And then whatever money you do make into the business, just reinvest it back in as much as you can back into the business outside of what you're gonna pay yourself a salary. All right, guys, and that makes that tax deductible, and it's gonna grow the fucking business. And then you do the same fucking thing, and next thing you know, 10, 15 years from now, you're a billionaire, or you're homeless. All right. Anyway, guys, I'll get back with you guys later. What's up, fellas? So this was me at the Delta Lounge. I was coming back to Atlanta. All right. No, this was I actually went in the Delta Lounge right here. I actually ate breakfast at a spot in the airport this time. I didn't eat in the Delta Lounge today. So this was me actually at a little restaurant inside the airport at JFK. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about right now, guys, is y'all guys see how I can just jump up in the middle of the week and just fly to Atlanta and chill and relax. This is what being on your purpose is about. This is the hotel room. This is why I tell you guys to get on your purpose and grind. Y'all guys see how I got freedom? I'm free. Do y'all guys see how I can come stay in Atlanta for a week or two? This is what getting on your purpose is not about attracting women, guys. I mean, that's a byproduct. Don't get me wrong. Like going to the gym, attracting women is a byproduct, right? But you're gonna feel better, you're gonna live, you're gonna be healthier, you're gonna feel better about yourself. So, and this was me. I met up with the big booty chick. Y'all know the big booty Atlanta chick, red skin, light skin chick. But the main thing what I'm trying to teach you guys is alpha male strategies is not about how to bang the most chicks. If you want to bang the most chicks, just stay in shape and go out and play the numbers game every day. Talk to 100 women every day. All right, that is going to be the best way. Alpha male strategies, what I'm trying to teach you guys is self-respect and self-value. I'm tired of you guys putting pussy on a pedestal. And the shit when I tell y'all guys, y'all think, oh, this dude's an idiot. He talking about choosing signals, this, that, and other. And because y'all still think alpha male strategies is about how to bang the most chicks. When in actuality, I'm trying to teach you guys how to value yourselves, how to stop chasing women. That's what alpha male strategy. Now, I'm free. I can do what the fuck I want to do because that comes from grinding. And for all my guys that's on their purpose and building their business and shit, one day, if you grind for 2, 3, 4 years, you'll be able to just up and go to Hawaii or Atlanta or Los Angeles or Texas or wherever the fuck you want to go. That's why I bust my ass for. All right, guys. So I hope you guys got that.